Hi, welcome to this second instalment of our Broome episode, where Phil and I take a trip on a helicopter up to Willie Creek, Pearl Farm. We also check in with Gypsy and we learn some tips about travelling on the road with a dog.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, today we're going to tick off one of my bucket list things I've wanted to do. And I must say I am a little bit nervous because we're going up in a helicopter up to a place called Willie Creek, and I've never been in a chopper before, and I'm not the best flyer in the world, even though I'm a travel agent. Not many people know that, and I can't get a gin and tonic on the way. No.
So you can tell he's nervous by the way he's talking, can't you? So Willie Creek's a Pearl Farm, isn't it?
It is.
Pearl Farm. So that's it's about a 35-minute chopper flight, and it's a very small helicopter. I think it's just 4 of us, is it? 4 people?
Three
people. So Phil and I and the pilot, and that's from Broome Airport. And they do lunch for us, and then we come back. And like Phil said, he's never been in a helicopter before, and I think I was about 5 the last time I was, so I guess it's the same for me really, because I can't remember very much. So we've just dropped Gypsy off. She's with Simone for the day, and she's going to have a haircut while she's there. And yeah, this company's been operating out of Broome for a good number of years, and we've been watching the helicopter every day taking off and landing, and let's see how we go.
Okay,
we'll catch up
guys,
later.
see you on
Bye.
board. Bye. Today we're at the Broome heli base with CAS helicopters, where we've got Hillary and Mitch, and they're going to fly us up to Willie Creek today. So yep, we're off we go. Morning. Thanks guys, bit of a windy day. Hey Mitch, it's not very big. I must admit, when we were actually walking up to the helicopter, I was a little nervous. Then I saw the size of the helicopter and the wind was actually howling a gale. I'm thinking, is this a good idea? And then when we took off, I was actually gripping some lever under the seat, and the pilot said to me very coolly, "Can you take your hand off the lever please?" Hi.
Hi everyone. So we're at Willie Creek Pearl Farm and we just arrived about 10 minutes ago on a little chopper, 4-seater. Oh, whew, about 12 minutes. So tour starts in about 2 minutes, so the bus has just arrived, so we're going to get our name badges on and we'll see you later.
The tour of Willie Creek is a fabulous way to learn about pearl farming, the oysters and the environment up there. Huge tides. If you're ever up in Broome, make your way to Willie Creek. It is well worth the tour and it is very, very interesting.
Alright guys, this is the inside of our oyster. Nice and gooey, look at that. It's actually a pretty simple anatomy, so I'll run through everything with you in just a second. Feel it? What do you reckon, is it big?
Yeah.
So you guys can pull it out for me. I'm just helping. And then just hold it up so everyone can see. It is slippery. Oh, there it is. Now hold it up for us. Woo! Well done! Let's have a look, hey? That's a pretty good little pearl. What do we think, guys? A couple of little complexion marks? Yeah, that's all right. Well done. Cool. Right, wash your hands. We've got paper.
Hi, I'm with Rob from Willie Creek Pearl Farm today. What a beautiful setting, Rob. So, look,
how are you going, Phil?
Good, thank you. Look, I know you come from the wheat belt down south, just inland from Perth, and what brought you here?
Wheat and sheep farmers from Tincurran, just 60 k's south of Narrogin. And circumstance more than anything. Mum and Dad decided to sell up. I was a teenager at the time, so but they couldn't sell the farm, so Dad ended up getting a few odd jobs around the place, and one of them was actually to drive limousines. And while he's driving limousines, he met Lord Alistair McAlpine.
Oh, right, okay. So he's like a father figure to Broome, isn't he?
Very much so. He spent $500 million rejuvenating Broome and the tourism industry up here. In one of the trips to Broome, McAlpine offered Dad a full-time job, and when the Cable Beach Club was finished, they needed a decent bus service, so McAlpine funded Dad into the bus service on the proviso that Dad remained working for him in Perth. So I got the phone call as a 21-year-old and had 24 hours to get to Broome to run the bus service.
Wow, so it actually started really as like a tour company.
Very much tourism based. So one of the first tours we ended up doing was to Willie Creek Pearl Farm back in 1989.
Okay.
And doing the tours up to the farm led us into eventually taking over the management of the farm and then into the commercial pearling side of it. So we went from the tourism into the commercial pearling, so it was a beautiful match for our customers.
So there's hope for my company yet, Rob, isn't there?
There is, mate. Phil, you too could be a pearl farmer, mate. You just have to do it. Take you 30 years to do it.
Yeah, I must say, mate, this is an amazing setting, and just the colours from not just the pearls, but the whole place is magical, isn't it?
It's an amazing place, the Kimberley. Yeah. Particularly pearl farming as well. Every day is an adventure here. One day we harvested a 20 mil pearl worth about $150,000.
$150,000?
$150,000 for one pearl. It's the largest one we've ever produced.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later we lost one of our pearling boats because it broke its mooring, and we think it's somewhere in Indonesia at the moment. So every day is an adventure up here, and everything's extreme.
Yeah. I say to Jan actually over lunch and said, you know, really it takes a lot of bottle to come and do something like this, because there are inherent risks. You got an oil slick or something through here from an inherent tanker or something, or you know, you've just have everything wiped out. So wow.
One of the reasons we're here is the pristine environment.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons the pristine environment is here because it's isolation and extreme weather events as well. So even the tides, the second biggest in the world, and the 10.5 metre range is the reason our oysters thrive here. But also makes our life very difficult dealing with the tides on a daily basis. But we wouldn't be here without them.
No, but on the tour it was really well explained how the tides actually cleanse the oysters itself, or the pearls rather, and that actually obviously brings them to growth the nutrients go in there and they grow, etc., etc. But no, it's fabulous. And look, if anybody's coming to Broome, you must come out to Willie Creek. Great family-run business. They teach you so much. It's fantastic.
Thanks, Phil. I appreciate you coming out and supporting us. We've had some wonderful support, particularly from West Australians, but now the rest of Australia is over here as well, I think, at the moment. Had some wonderful support, so we just want to say thanks to everyone for supporting tourism and in businesses like ours.
And of course, the weather's fantastic. So come and say good day to Rob at Willie Creek, Phil Palm.
Look forward to seeing you.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Phil.
And as we took off from Willie Creek Pearl Farm, we banked over the sand flats, and I said to the pilot, "Oh, do you get much wildlife and marine life down there?" He said, "Infested with crocodiles and sharks." Great. Wow, what a place.
The original house at Ganthian Point served as a lighthouse keeper's quarters from 1906. It burnt down in 1976 and was rebuilt 20 years later. It's now a popular venue for weddings. What a spectacular backdrop.
Gypsy the superstar. Well, we've been travelling now for how long?
It's over 8 months now. We've been on the road with Gypsy. It was the end of February, wasn't it?
It was.
That we set up. So it's over 8 months now with Gypsy, and she steals the show wherever we go. It's the Gypsy show, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So we thought we'd have a little bit of a chat today about how she's going, actually, because a lot of people have asked us how she's travelling this far in, and how she's been coping with the travelling and then getting used to a different place and new neighbours everywhere, etc.
Yeah, so I guess from a travelling point of view, she's adapted quite well, do you think?
She has, yeah, she has adapted well. Look, travelling in the car, she's perfect. You wouldn't even know she's there most of the time. She's so good. But we always make sure that we don't really go for... Occasionally we've done 3 hours without a stop, but it's usually less than 3 hours. And then we get out and have a bit of a break and do what's necessary. And keeping her hydrated, that's the main thing, of course. Even though you're in the air conditioning, it's drying, a drying environment for animals travelling, so that's important.
So I guess from the socialisation point of view for Gypsy, meeting other dogs, that's been great.
Yes, it has, really good. We've actually found that aspect really good. It's taught her that not all dogs are friendly, and she has had a couple of encounters, but she's learnt from that, and she's actually really cautious now. She used to go bounding up to any and every dog, whereas now we've noticed a couple of times lately she is cautious when she meets a new dog. So
Okay.
that's good.
Yeah, and I guess if people are travelling around Australia with a dog, there are a few things they should be aware of.
Yes, definitely. South Australia, Western Australia in particular, they do the 180 baiting, wild dog baiting, and it's an aerial drop. They do it seasonally, and it's usually signed, and there's posters up everywhere, even at roadhouses. They'll tell you if it's around. But you do have to be careful, because it's actually like little cylinder rolls, like pellets, big pellets. So the dogs can think it's a treat, because it's meant to be. It's designed to be attractive to dogs. So yeah, they do pick it up, and it's absolutely fatal. There's just no going back if your dog eats that. So you do have to be really careful of that. The other thing is the brown dog tick. As most of this year, actually, it's been really prevalent up in the top Western Australia and Northern Territory.
Particularly northwestern Australia.
Yes, that's right. So even though Gypsy is on the monthly preventative, the chewable preventatives, the Simparica, which we found really works well for her, and she's happy to take as a treat, we actually topped that up with a collar, the Seresto collar. You just Google it. They come in different sizes for different breeds of dogs, and you can pick those up at the vets. We actually got Gypsies in Derby, so she had that on for quite a while, didn't she, Phil?
Well, I think we took it off in Cairns, didn't we?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so,
she did.
yeah.
So that was definitely the right thing to do. So again, that's fine, and they can swim with that. It's okay if it gets wet. It's still effective.
So I guess overall, travelling with a dog is good. I mean, you can't take them in national parks. So you do miss out on a few things, but you usually get some good pet minders too.
Yeah, you can. There's a lot of areas, and we've encountered in Broome, actually, the lady there that clipped Gypsy, she actually did a little bit of dog sitting as well, and she had 2 dogs, a lovely big standard poodle Taj and a cattle dog Harvey, and Gypsy went there a couple of times when we went up in the helicopter. She had Gypsy, and yeah, that was really good. Sometimes on van parks you can meet up with people. We've also, this has happened with us, we've met up with some people and got friendly, and they've got a dog as well, so you can do a bit of a swap and give each other a dog-free day. So yeah, that's been really good.
And I think socially for us too, we've met loads of people because of Gypsy.
Yeah. Oh, you do? Well, that's right.
So
well,
they know the dog's name, they don't know our name.
No,
but they know
when you're out
Gypsy.
walking, you always, the dogs get friendly, and so the owners start talking, and before you know it,
Right.
you're good pals.
All right, so all in all, been pretty good.
So it's been good, and in the caravan she's good. It is a confined space, obviously, but she's seems to have a routine, and so no, it's been good.
Good.
All
Great.
right.
Thanks,
okay,
Jan.
so hope that's answered a few questions.
Yeah, if you do have any questions, just send a notification through YouTube, and we'll answer it the best we can.
Okay.
Cheers.